Science time! Science time! Super cool! Excellent! Science! Yeah!
Hey, it's your favorite 5th grade science teacher, Mr. Stolberg, and I'm here to teach you a little experiment that's going to be really simple. All it's going to require is basically a bottle of water and some ice, and you're going to make ice instantly out of water. It's going to be really cool. So listen here and I shall give you the steps. First, you're going to need a bottle of water. You're going to need some ice cubes. One will probably work, a couple will be a little bit better, but you're going to need some ice. You're going to need a bowl, something you can turn over and set your ice on top of. A pan would probably be a good idea too, to set your bowl in the pan. Otherwise, you're going to make a lot of a mess with water everywhere. So the key is to take this normal old bottle of purified water, put it in the freezer for a couple hours, and turn it into this bottle of cold purified water. In fact, it's not just cold, it's super cold. It's so cold that it's past the freezing point, but because this is purified water, because it's been in the freezer for only a couple hours, it's not frozen solid yet, but it's past that temperature. It's ready to be frozen, and we're going to help get it there. So you're going to want to take this super cold water and pour it directly on top of your ice cubes. And if you've done it right, if it works, you should see ice start forming instantly as that water hits the ice cubes, and it'll start building up and getting bigger and bigger. This is a tricky experiment, but the payoff is really cool. A couple things that I learned when doing this is you have to watch the water and make sure it doesn't get frozen. Just get right before frozen. Also, when you put your water in, it helps to put it sideways. It just seems to work better for some reason. If you do both of those things and you pour it gently and carefully, you should see your ice build up really good. Place your water bottle in the freezer. If you have a couple of extra, I would go ahead and do more than one. Give it about 2 hours and then check on it. It should be pretty cold, but not completely frozen yet. If you want to test to see if it's ready, give it a little bit of a whack and see if it starts freezing up. But you want it right before it starts to freeze, nice and good and cold. All right, I've got my water. I pulled it out of the freezer. It's super cold. We got to do it before it starts freezing in the freezer. Let's see what happens here. There we go. There we go. Oh, booyah, look at that. We made ice. Yeah, boy. Here we go. It's working. It's working. Oh, there it goes. Oh. Woo! It worked. Look at that. That's awesome. Slushy. Here we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. Oh, come on, come on. Get it higher, get it higher. Oh yeah, look at that. See how high you can get it. Oh, that's pretty good right there. Look at that. So that's the experiment. Pretty cool, huh? So now, what can we do with this? Actually, what we did, we can't really call that an experiment yet. We call that a demonstration because we just did something cool to see if it worked. So to turn it into an experiment, you have to change something. You have to have an independent variable. So what I want you guys to change is change the type of water. They say purified water is the best, but how do we know that's really true? So try it with tap water, water straight from the faucet. See if you get the same results. And then see if you can come up with a third type of water, because 3 is always better when you're doing an experiment. So maybe you could try salt water. Maybe you've got a different type of bottled water. I know I've got upstairs some distilled water. laying around. I could try that and see if I get different results. Look and see how high you can build that tower of ice. I got mine pretty high before it started falling down. Maybe a different type of water would look better. So have fun with this. Try this. I know it takes a little while for the water to freeze, but it's definitely worth it to see that ice just form instantly as you pour that water out. It's really cool, so give it a try, guys. Let's see what you get.